category. The Youth Award recognizes the special strength of a young person under 22 years of age who has overcome illness, injury, social or economic adversity, and who confidently and with a positive and determined manner has gone on to inspire other young people.
He was constantly on the go, playing sports, running around with his friends. He was curious and loved to build things with his hands. When his dad worked on old cars, he liked to stand beside him and help him, hand him tools, learn about how engines worked. He was active and curious, and so when he sat down on the playground that day, when he stopped playing with the other kids, his teacher knew something was wrong. They went back to class, and he seemed all right sitting there at his desk. But at noon, he couldn't stand. "Come on, stop kidding around," his teacher said, but he couldn't. When she didn't believe him, he tried to stand and fell on his face. The entire school heard the siren, and when the ambulance got there, he couldn't feel anything. His entire body was numb. He was terrified, too scared to get into the ambulance. Finally, his friend's mom drove him to the hospital, and when the doctors evaluated him, they found he was completely paralyzed from the chest down. He was 11 years old. His name is Kyle Jacques. For almost 6 weeks, Kyle underwent test after painful test. Doctors could not figure out what was wrong. They thought it was a virus. They knew he likely only had a 10% chance of ever walking again. Overwhelming dizziness meant that he could not even sit up. He finished grade 6, lying in a hospital bed. Finally, one day, Kyle managed to fight through dizziness and nausea to sit in a wheelchair. It was the first time in almost 2 months. It was time to transfer him to GF Strong Rehabilitation Clinic. Up to now, Kyle's parents were constantly at his side, even sleeping in the hospital with him. Now everything would have to change. His parents could be with him during the day, but they had to say goodbye to him at night. It was going to be a long and lonely road to recovery for this beautiful little boy. Kyle adjusted quickly to being in a wheelchair. He learned to pop wheelies. He started playing floor hockey. Some feeling returned beneath his ribs and he was able to use the bathroom or bathe himself. He made such great progress that he left GF Strong just in time to start grade 7. At his new school, he made friends immediately and volunteered as a noon-hour playground supervisor's aide, and it seemed that Kyle's new life was on track. The incredible athlete was in a wheelchair, but he was still an athlete. And grade 8 held nothing but promise, until he came home to find a policeman at the door. It was fall, and Kyle had wheeled home to have lunch with his dad. The police officer told him his father had suffered a bad asthma attack and passed out. He choked on his own vomit and died. For Kyle, it was the worst moment of his life. Kyle was devastated by his father's death, but Kyle's mother was inconsolable. She began using alcohol to cope with her pain, and by the time Kyle was in grade 12, his mother's body was ravaged from alcohol abuse. She was admitted to the hospital on Christmas Day. On January 7th, she died. Kyle was totally alone. He would graduate high school without his dad to applaud, without his mom to give him a loving hug. He was completely on his own. And if I told you that Kyle had given up at that point, felt so sorry for himself that he stopped trying, you'd believe me. But this is where the incredible courage of Kyle really begins to shine. Kyle learned to live on his own. He studied computer programming and completed a program in automotive refinishing. He started volunteering with Spinal Cord Injury BC, and he has helped raise over $40,000. He turned his love for mechanics into a full-time job as the service manager for a wheelchair maintenance company. And when he's not repairing wheelchairs as his career, he volunteers to repair wheelchairs for the homeless on the downtown east side. Kyle's physical progress has been nothing short of spectacular. From being told he would never walk again, he can now walk 2 city blocks using crutches. In 2012, he finished the Scotiabank 5K Charity Challenge in just 25 minutes using a manual wheelchair. Because Kyle intends to walk again. And if you asked me to bet against him, I wouldn't dare. For Kyle Jake knows how to overcome adversity, knows the power that comes with believing in yourself. And Kyle knows how to love. Every day, he shows us all love and the incredible courage to come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the 2015 Courage to Come Back Youth Award recipient, Kyle Jacques.